Nice lunch? Oh, you already gone to sleep. Don't go off to sleep. I'll ask you some questions after my session. Okay. Do we have this one? Actually, my topic is a little bit hard, so I have some technical things to say, but I think all of you understand. I said semantic, digital archive. I like the word semantic. That means, as we know, meaning. So far, every information retrieval system in the world, including UNESCO, they don't care about the meaning. Just they're doing some string search. I hate that. So that's why I said things, not string, TNS. So I would make some kind of TNS.com. I'd like to make some kind of that thing. Things, not string. So we have to stay away from the string search. But everywhere in the world we are doing string search, right? Computer doesn't know any meaning. Just they're retrieving things by same looks, string, right? So you are not using computer smartly enough, just using as a machine. But we can make that computer, they let machine think as we think. That's the point I'm making this afternoon. So, okay. Don't go off. I'll start. Oh, let's go. This one. Oh, will you do? Oh, no.
We have to get this one activated.
Oh, now it works. Thank you, Ezekiel. As I said things. Search is in graph structure, not just strings. I said graph structure. Anybody heard about GGG? Oh, yeah. Anyway, another name is a very famous Korean group, GGG. Not Backstreet, very famous Korean boys group, right? They are very famous around the world. So they used to have the saying GGG. Global giant graph. So I think UNESCO can do that. In this kind of big search organization, they have, okay, we determine that mind, then everybody in the world, they can follow the UNESCO step, then the world can be different. Okay. So I have here, this is a kind of, we are dealing with this kind of things. Computers retrieve on A, or let's try to find A, then computers retrieve just A. Tons of A's. But we are human beings, right? So my point is, let machine think as we think. To do that, we need ontologies, and we have to publish as linked data on the semantic web environment. So we human beings, we think like this. Okay, if we have A, and everybody has a different point of view, and you can go wherever you want. So we have to give them a lot of affordance to go. Let them have some freedom to choose whatever they like. But so far, we have been forced into the system. We have no right to choose. So UNESCO like freedom, right? So give them, everybody in the world, give them freedom to choose whatever they like according to their situation and the context. Are you with me? Okay, you're not going off to sleep. That's good. Oh, that's why I just created. If I have time, then I can show you what I developed. I'm an ontologist and I'm a sort of coding people also. So I actually, for this conference, I created a website which has some ontology, this one here. So as I said, we are doing some string search. to change to entity-centric thing retrieval, we have to create ontology. So as a person, I am an ontologist. Well, I am using some tools I call top-rated composer, and I'm doing some ontologies and using linked data and publish on the web. So this is the point. We need some ontologies to make machine understand what I mean. That's the point. We human beings, we have some meanings, and let the computer understand what I meant by let them understand. Okay, again, meaning, I have meaning, and let machine, let computer understand what I'm saying. Okay. To do that, I first developed ontologies. This is sort of a little hard architecture. Okay, this is kind of data input, and we have ontology here. So that we have to change our depth to JSON. I like JSON and data parsing, and we have some key value store here. I personally prefer MongoDB, and here we have JSON endpoint, and publish on the web, ICHJP, and retrieval. And I'll show you this one in detail in a minute. Entity auto-reference. And browsing is, I would call relational facet navigation. That's the word I really like. Everybody just published their data as a linked data. That is just as a data label. But we have to create some interface for the end users. But everybody else just ignored that point. I just agree, UNESCO developed very nice MOW and ICH, very nice, very good enough compared to some other rubbish things. I'm sorry I said rubbish, but my mind, every website they developed is kind of rubbish. So we have to make smart. So UNESCO, you did, I think 70 or 80% did. You already published the linked data, I know that. And you have a very good stellar stuff, and it's very nice linked data. That's good enough. But we need a little more than that for the end users. So I'll show you this one in a minute. Okay, please tell me when I have 5 minutes or something. Then otherwise, I'll go just an hour or something. You have to stop me. Okay, this is kind of for integration. UNESCO, I think you need to integrate some data from other sources, right? So some other database already have, and we are developing ontology modeling here, and some kind of create database and travel. This is an old method, okay? This is just if you want as a linked data, this way is okay. Linked data front end. Many organizations in the world, they have data as a linked data like this on the left here. But I would prefer this way. Go for JSON and UX-based UI. We need some very nice visualization. I'll show you that in a minute. So integrate all things, all other organizations from UNESCO-related organizations, and in one point, we can retrieve every other size things by using technique called linked data. That's possible. So another way, I am talking about graph theory. Graph, that's very nice. Every data is just confined in the cell. No, we have to make a graph structure. Every graph has a lot of some other informations to deal with. And later on, I'll talk about relational facet navigation. So we know just the facet navigation. UNESCO, at the moment, you have facet navigation, very nice facet navigation, not MOW and ICH. Okay, it has very nice facet navigation. But as I said, I just prefer 70 or 80%, not 100%. We can develop more on that. I think you have philosophy on that, but I have different point of view. And I said my another keyword is today affordance. We have to provide abundant affordance for the users. Relationship between an object and the person, I'll talk about that. Okay, here, some example. This is a very nice affordance. Don't you have any difficulties in pushing door and push to here in this building? I just sometimes find some difficulties when I go to different buildings and restrooms, some confusing things. They don't give us good affordance. So we have, at UNESCO, you always think about, do we actually give very nice affordance for our users in the world? Don't just stick on your thinking, just you have to listen some voices from all over the world. Oh, that's very big. Yeah, and this one is also, without this one, we cannot drink this is sort of interface. Everybody think, yeah, this is quite natural, but before that, so we didn't have this kind of thing. So now, if we have good affordance or interface. So as I said, relational facet navigation could be an example of good affordance. Yeah, this is UNESCO ICH, right? Everybody knows ICH, right? ICH. Intangible cultural heritage, right? ICH. Yeah, very nice. This is for Koreans. Nongak is that since I am Korean, I just use that one. And MOW, Memorial Wall. You have a nice website already. And maybe this morning you talked about documentary heritage. And among that, I just chose Interpairs project. This Canadian professor, I forgot her name, a very excellent professor. She did this kind of project, and I think she put this one as a MOW, Interpairs project. In Korean part, I was one of them to deal with Interpairs project, which has some reliability, accuracy, authenticity, authentication, so sort of some kind of things they discussed here. Okay, now let me show you what I developed for this conference. So I didn't know how big this size could be, but I just did myself, I tried my best to show something for my audience. So I developed a website, and this is just a screenshot of that. If I have time, I'll show you from on my website on the fly. But the thing is, this one has only, I just use a Chrome-based system, operating system, but this one has only, yeah, it works, but with some patience. Okay, as I said entity auto-reference. So like some other stuff, I have some here, retrieval box. If we type in something, currently we have every portals in the world. If we type in something, they have some auto-completion stuff, and they try to help users to deal with that. Yes, I have one, but it is different. But it is already, I have classified by entity like this. If I type TR, I'm thinking about traditional something, TR, it provides, okay, TR is some concept, some heritage, and you know, in the blanket here, then we can see huge list of things I can choose directly. So I can identify, so we can get rid of something not related with me right now. So I choose the one I'm thinking of. Then that would be it saves a lot of time and money, really. Sometimes money related. It saves time, really. So I would call this one as entity auto-reference. The word entity is actually coming from the real database people also, but I used entity, but in ontology people, we use the word class rather than entity. We prefer class and relationship. Okay. Now, next one. Yeah, this one, as I created this one as kind of facet navigation, relational facet navigation window. So UNESCO, this is not MOW, I'm sorry about that. This is just ICH from them. Anyway, to me, very similar. So this is heritages, concepts. Concept has some downward triangle, and biomed, and country by the 6 big countries, continent, and that is domains, domains, underbar conventions. So it doesn't accept underbar, so I deleted conventions, and the year. And I'm sorry about this Korean word, that's registration, data registration. Anybody else in the world can, if they want to add something, they can do it on the fly. It works on the fly. And if we just run the computer, that just this number just change immediately. I have 8 heritages, only 8 heritages. I don't have enough time to do that, so you have huge, but just for this conference, I created a very short one. Okay, if we go to heritage, if we have among a lot of lists here, we can choose country Austria, then we can have only one here. We have a list of here, 1,000 list here, heritages, and we can narrow down by biomed, concepts by country. So I already chose country Austria, then only one. If we just use this one, then original heritages that comes back. Yeah, as I said, you already ICH is very nice. This kind of facet, they have a window, but different from mine is, I have, at first I have tons of lists here, but UNESCO thing, they just show this one with an instance. For example, some Korean wrestling or something, something from Swaziland, a little ICH here, the whole page is about that thing, and they provide here. I think it has merit and demerit also, but I think we need this navigation first, and later on, maybe we can provide like UNESCO did. I'm not just criticizing what UNESCO did, that's good. But we need, before that, we need this kind of show whole list of that one. Because of this one, I can do that. I can anchor heritage here. I can change it. This concept becomes anchor here. Every thing, 2, 3, 4, 5 can be an anchor here. Then every anchor has a different facet negotiation. So at this, we have a lot of subject plus verb question. So far, we are just retrieving by the keyword, by the noun, but with this, we can retrieve subject plus verbs, subject plus predicate, in other words. That's possible. So by that way, you can provide some things the users never thought of to retrieve. So we can call serendipity. We can provide a lot of serendipity here by using this one. As I said, so far, every system, we are forcing the users into the system. We have no right to choose. But with this kind of interface, you have a lot of things. You can provide some freedom to them. Okay, another example is a lot of lists. I chose Republic of Korea here. Then that produced two things. Of course, more than that, but I have traditional Korean serum and 농악. Then if I click one of them, then it gives explanation of 농악 and some related. This one is very important. I said affordance before. Then every different users can go different ways. Everything is clickable, this one. So when you see Korean 농악 here, just you can click some other things here. So users. So we have to respect the users. At the moment, UNESCO has serum, they can choose some from the left. At the point of serum, that's okay, but we have actually go in detail. We can choose. You have freedom to they choose whatever they like here. So this way, everybody can go different way. Okay, under that, we have some Korean traditional wrestling, of some kind of these things I explained, and some YouTube. UNESCO has a very nice YouTube. I got it from the UNESCO, and some other pages. This is as I habitually created this one. Okay, this is kind of subcategories. You know, if you remember from the bar of the relational facet navigation bar, so concept we have UNESCO has the primary and secondary, and country has Africa, Arab states, Asia, and the Pacific, blah, blah, blah. So we can narrow down. If we choose Asia and the Pacific, then we have short list of countries. Then we can choose Korea or Japan or something like that, then we can go that. If we choose that, so we can interact with the left facet. But at the moment, UNESCO doesn't have that facilities. And as I said, we can data registration. Anybody in the world, if they have some authority, they can type in whatever they like this. So this is my last phase. As I said, I keep talking about thing, not string. Things, not strings, approach implies that the search engine can actually interpret the meanings, I said the meanings behind the words and give relevant responses based on previous searches and related content. So I said determine the meaning behind the queries. Okay, I'm almost done. Oh, you saved me actually. Thank you. Okay, wrap it up once again. I said that's a thing. So far, every information retrieval system just use string search. They think they don't have any problem. Oh, that's okay. But from my point of view, that's the problem. They don't know what problem they have. But to my eyes, even UNESCO has a little problem, 20% problem. I said 80% is okay, but if we do a little bit more, we can develop much better one. So for 20 minutes, I talked about things, not search. I hope my presentation would help in discussing things, or every step we have some as is, and we have to think about some to be. So I hope this could be one of the list of to be list of UNESCO. That's why I'm here. I just drove down for 4 hours this morning, and I gradually met you here. And once again, I'm very honored to be here actually with UNESCO people from the world. And again, welcome to Korea. And I do hope you have a nice stay in Daegu tomorrow. That's another very nice city. I think I have time. Actually, whenever I have this kind of microphone, I'd like to sing a song, something. Do you want a song? Yes, please. Something wrong now I long for yesterday. You know that? Yeah? I like Beatles. Okay, thank you very much. I do hope you have a nice day.